and there's one the other side. Now, the shop one always came out of this one here. The other one that we're on about now is a different one. The other one.
booming. I've got no idea how far it is from town.